I love it when Warner Brothers do caricatures of different actors of the time, and I have to say, Malibu Beach Party is pretty decent. This is from 1940, directed by Fritz Freleng and written by Jack Miller, with voices provided by Mel Blanc, Sarah Berner, Marie Greene, Danny Webb, Dave Barry, Gloria Curran, and Jack Lescoulie. And I apologise if I mispronounced any of those names. And the setup's actually pretty great because usually when we have parodies of actors at the time, it's got a very upmarket location. Usually it's in a fine restaurant or an award show, but this one, as the title suggests, is on the beach in Malibu. And the character, I think, is a pretty great character. We have Jack Bunny, of course, meant to be Jack Benny, has invited all of these actors and various Hollywood celebrities to this party on this beach in Malibu, and we have various actors doing performances, interacting with each other. The impressions are okay, but actually my favourites were characters who didn't talk. We have James Cagney and Fred Astaire. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire were in it very briefly. And visually you can tell who they're meant to be. I feel like we didn't get as good a mix as usual. Normally when Warner do parodies, it's usually about 20, 25 of them, but it just didn't feel like as many here. And actually not that many of them were speaking characters, so we didn't get the vocal parodies. But we did get, obviously, the visual appearance, which in itself is quite fun. I was quite surprised they didn't do Katharine Hepburn, at least that I identified or recognised, because usually they do. But Fred Astaire is always a great one, and well, I won't mention any more. I don't want to give away too many of them, but the ones that I recognised I thought were pretty good. The ones that I didn't recognise were because I'm not that familiar with that person's work, rather than the parody not being very good. But yeah, I feel like not that many of them were speaking, and obviously a lot of the parodies rely on vocal performances, so that was a little bit of a disappointment. But the fact that they're on the beach means that they're wearing very informal clothing. These are characters we normally see being parodied wearing very formal attire, so it was really quite fun. And I think having this different location, this different setting, meant it was just something a little bit different, and something that I thought was pretty good fun. So that aspect of it, I think they did quite well, and I rather enjoyed it. Visually, seeing James Cagney, for example, lounging on the beach next to other actors is not something one would normally envision. So that side of it I thought was actually pretty decent. But yeah, I think a few more speaking roles would have been good. And it's not that Warner Brothers can't do them, because we've had plenty others. Well, I say we've had plenty others. The other ones might have came after this one chronologically, but there are others where they've done more, so it's not like there wasn't the capacity to do more. But maybe they just hadn't explored anymore. I don't know. But either way, it's definitely quite unique. So where it's lacking in variety, it makes up for it in uniqueness. Really enjoyed it. Not my all-time favourite Warner Brothers parody cartoon, but if you're a fan of that kind of animation, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's definitely not too bad, and would I watch it again? I think I'd watch it again, but it wouldn't be my number one choice. But nevertheless, Malibu Beach Party was still pretty good fun.